Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. And first up, we welcome back Sean and Becky, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets two chances, of course, to reach the Pointless final. This is your second and final chance. Sean, remind us how you know each other.
Becky and I are engaged. We've known each other for 9 years nearly. We met at work.
And Becky.
Yes.
What happened last time?
We went out on a question about boys and girls born in Essex.
You did better than I would. But yes, anyway, so that was last time. Round two, not bad. But I think we'd like to see more of you, I think, today. Sean, what's going to help you get through to the head-to-head and beyond?
Maybe sports.
Sports.
TV. Those types of
TV.
things,
Do you have a particular kind of TV you like to watch, or do you just surf whatever's on?
Yeah, I think probably surf whatever's on, documentaries, maybe, that sort of thing.
OK. Do you remember stuff?
Yeah, it's quite crucial for this game, isn't
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you remember a little? Well, let's hope you remember the right bit. Welcome back to the show. Lovely to have you back. Next, we welcome back Tony Senior and Tony Junior, the Tonys, who we had last time. Tony Junior, what happened last time?
Got through to the head-to-head, let down by Dad's expert knowledge on golf.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hardly let down. I mean, you did very well, though.
Yeah.
You got through to the head-to-head. No mean feat. Remind us what you do, Tony Junior.
I'm a fire safety advisor with the NHS.
And Tony Senior.
Part-time prison officer now.
Am I allowed to ask where?
Where? Wandsworth.
Oh, Wandsworth.
Yeah, Wandsworth in London. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, lovely to have you on the show again. Head-to-head last time. You've got to be favourites, surely, to go through to the final. But very, very best of luck with that. And welcome back, Abby and Andy next. Now, Andy, remind us how you two know each other.
This is my daughter.
And Abby, what happened last time?
Well, my dad gave me advice before the show, saying if you are not 100% on a pointless answer, play it safe. And then he didn't listen to his own advice and got the answer wrong.
OK. You're a lecturer, Andy.
Yeah, I am,
As Abby just demonstrated. You even lectured her before the show.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Now, you are going to heed these words this time, aren't you?
Oh, yes. I'm hoping for a category where I only know one answer, then I can't pick the wrong one.
Good, good. But Abby, what do you hope is going to come up?
Well, films, especially Christmas films.
Christmas films?
Yeah.
What do you think the best Christmas film ever is? What do you reckon?
Well, let's ask the expert.
White Christmas, gotta be.
Wonderful Life?
No. White Christmas, you got singing and dancing. You got
Yeah,
Bing Crosby.
I'm not arguing that. It's good. White Christmas is good.
I think I used to think It's a Wonderful Life. I think in the last few years I've been turned.
Oh, I know. Elf?
To Elf.
Oh, yeah, no, you said Elf. Elf, it's just brilliant.
Let's watch Elf now.
Yeah.
Got a screen.
Yeah, Tony Senior, you go along and get some snacks for everyone. I'll bag to your place for you and we'll all just sit there and watch it.
Oh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It's going to be such good fun. Oh, I can't wait for that. Brilliant. Well, listen, Abby, Andy, I am sure we will see much more of you today. Best of luck. And finally, we welcome Tom and Dave to the show. Now, how do you two know each other?
Well, we went to the same university together, still do. And we met at football tryouts at the start of uni.
Did you make it in the team?
No. That was the...
What? What?
I know, right? Mystery. Absolute mystery.
So, where are you at university, Tom?
We're in Leeds Trinity.
Leeds Trinity. And Dave, what are you reading there?
Journalism.
And how about you, Tom?
English and film.
Well, you'll like watching...
Nah, it won't be good. It's not. I'm rubbish at it.
No, I was going to say you'll enjoy watching Elf with us later, that's all. That's all I was going to say. Yeah, so really seeing film in English, if they come up, you'll be hopeless.
Yeah.
Really?
Probably. Well, I don't want to build you up, you know what I mean? I might be all right. But
you'll be fine.
we'll have to see.
And Dave, with your journalist, inquisitive instincts, you're going to be just brilliant.
Anything to do with football, probably.
OK. So it's still sports journalism is where you're headed?
Yeah.
OK, very good. Any other particular areas of expertise, Tom?
The life and times of Shola Amiobi, I would say.
Very good.
The striker for Newcastle.
Newcastle United, yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Apart from
why particularly him?
Oh, I just love him. He's a beautiful man.
OK. Well, best of luck to you, Tom and Dave. Great to have you on the show. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. In the war of obscurity, he's out on the front line, running across no man's land. It is my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
And right back at you.
3 returning pairs today. They're very different shows last time. Of course, the class of the bunch were Tony Senior and Tony Junior, the 2 Tonys. Tony Senior looks like a prison officer, doesn't he? Are they allowed to watch TV in Wandsworth?
They watch mid-afternoon
Yeah.
shows like this, do they?
Absolutely.
Richard, you got a cult following.
In prison?
Inside, yeah, you got a cult following inside.
Yeah, really? Is there a particular class of criminal who prefers me?
D-Wing.
Won't go there.
Should we cut short the prison talk?
Yeah, I think maybe. Anyway, you were saying?
We didn't see very much, did we, of Abby and Andy?
No.
Andy, because he is a lecturer, went a little bit too smart, but we'll see if he's learned from his mistake. And of course, Sean and Becky also got tripped up on a tricky category. So it'll be interesting for Tom and Dave. You've got 3 very good pairs against you here. Should be a good show all round, I think.
I think so too. Thanks very much, Richard. So all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get through to the final round and be in with a chance of winning our jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people couldn't think of. So the fewer of our 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points you will score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and every time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Max and Martin won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our category for round 1 is world leaders. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, the question concerns powerful people. Powerful people. Richard.
Yeah, in a moment, Xander's going to show you a list of 5 positions of power. We need you to give us the names of anyone of the last 5 people to have held one of those positions, please. It's going to show you 5 positions, any of the last 5 people, including the present incumbent, to hold any of those positions. We will accept surnames unless 2 or more people have the same surname on that list, in which case give us first name as well. And this is as to the start of May 2012. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Sean and Becky all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. OK, so the 5 positions of power are French President, Irish Prime Minister, Monarch of the UK, UK Prime Minister, US President. I'll read those one last time. French President, Irish Prime Minister, Monarch of the UK, UK Prime Minister, US President. Now, that board remains the whole way through the questions. That won't change at all. We need anyone of the last 5 incumbents. Now then, Becky, you kick us off.
I'm going to have to say Gordon Brown.
Gordon Brown. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Gordon Brown. Absolutely right. 47. 47 for Gordon Brown.
Yeah, pretty hefty score there for Gordon Brown. We've said before his real name is James Brown. That would make him more popular, I think.
OK, now then, Tony Jr.
Yeah, politics not a strong one for me either. I'm going to have to go with George VI.
Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. George VI. Absolutely right. 27. Not bad at all, Tony.
Very well done. From 1936 to 52, George VI, of course, more famously known as Colin Firth.
Abby.
Again, politics is probably the worst thing that could have come up. Now, I think I know one, but after going out last time, I really don't want to risk that. So I'm going to say Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. Bill Clinton. Absolutely right. 28. not bad at all. 28 for Bill Clinton.
Yes, born William Blythe. He took his stepfather's name eventually, but it's not a bad score, that, actually. Though I should warn you, I can see your dad has just got that little glint in his eye that says, oh, I want to go for an obscure one on the next pass. You can just see it, can't you?
Dave.
I'm thinking I might take a bit of a gamble. I think I might know one Irish Prime Minister from a while back, so I'm going to say Bertie Ahern.
Bertie Ahern, says Dave. Bertie Ahern. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Bertie Ahern. Absolutely right. Very well done, Dave. Well, that paid off for you. That scored you 7. Great answer.
Yes, the youngest Irish Prime Minister or Taoiseach to date, Bertie Ahern. And his daughter, Georgina, you will never guess who she's married to. You will never even guess.
Yeah, yeah.
She's all like married to Nicky from Westlife.
Yeah, yeah. She's
Can
like,
you,
they
can
are
you
like
even believe it?
totes married. They're,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They're like totes for real married, and I can't
Yeah,
even believe
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because he's like so, like, hot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's like married to like Bertie Ahern's daughter and all this.
Yeah, like completely married. There we go. OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Dave and Tom looking very strong indeed. Lovely low score of 7 in that first pass. Then we travel up to 27, where we find the Tonys. Up to 28, just one above them, where we find Abby and Andy. Then up to 47, where we find Becky and Sean. Now, Sean, you've got quite a while to think of a brilliant answer. Do you think you might have one that will save you and keep you in the game?
I've got a reasonable answer, yeah.
You've got to hope one of the 3 people between where we are now and us coming to you don't nick it.
Yeah.
Best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we are looking for the last 5 people who have held these offices of state. Now then, Tom, you're on 7. The high scorers on 47 are Sean and Becky. If you can score 39 or less, you are through to the next round. So remember, we're looking for the last 5 people to have held any of these offices. What are you thinking?
I think we saw him passing when I was in Paris on holiday once. So I'm going to go for Jacques Chirac.
Here comes your red line. If you get below that red line with Jacques Chirac, you will avoid becoming the new high scorers. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said Jacques Chirac. Good enough. Down it goes to 9. Very, very well done. 2 single-figure scores, taking the total up to 16. Well played, Tom.
Yeah, very good answer, Tom. Very good play from that final podium, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, they're good.
Jacques Chirac is the guy who's widely credited with winning the Olympic bid for London. Just before the final vote, he said the only place that has worse food than England is Finland. And there were 2 Finnish delegates on the final voting jury. So thank you, Jacques.
Andy. The high scorers remain Sean and Becky on 47, you're on 28. If you can score 18 or less, you are through to the next round. You've got a good one, I know you have.
I nearly had another wrong one. I just stopped myself. I'll tell you afterwards. This one might be wrong as well. François Mitterrand.
François Mitterrand, how many people said it? Is it right? Absolutely right. And you've done it. Very well done. 9 for François Mitterrand. Takes your total up to 37. Very well done, Andy.
Yes, a socialist president. First man to appoint a female prime minister as well, Edith Cresson.
Now then, Tony. Tony Senior, you are on 27. Sean and Becky remain the high scorers on 47. 19 or less sees you through to the next round.
Well, I really don't think I'll be getting there. I'm really struggling with the board. I will go for George W. Bush.
George
W.
George W. Bush, says Tony Senior. George W. Bush, here is your red line. You need to get below that red line to see ourselves through to the next round comfortably. George W. Bush, how many people said it? Oh. 27. 27 takes your total up to 54. That might be enough to keep you in the game. Richard?
Yes, George Walker Bush, first president since 1888 and 2002 to win an election despite getting less votes than his opponent, Al Gore.
I never knew Walker was his middle name.
Did you not?
No.
Yeah, I think lots of people did.
Oh, there we go. There you go, Sean. We learn something new every day. Now then, Sean.
Yeah, I have a challenge on my hands.
You have a massive challenge on your hands.
Yeah.
The high scorers at the moment are Tony Senior and Tony Junior on 54. You're on 47, so you need to score 6 or less.
I'm thinking of one thing because the Irish Prime Minister and the two French presidents that have gone, I both had. So I'm going to go for monarch, and I'm going to go for Edward VIII.
Edward VIII. You're hoping he'll have just been overlooked.
Yeah.
There is your red line. It's quite low. Becky, what do you think? Do you think Edward VIII will get us below that red line?
It sounds good.
The moment of truth, here it comes. Edward VIII, is it right? How many people said it? It's right. Oh, 14. 14, I'm afraid, takes your total up to an unbeatable 61.
Yeah, it just reigned very briefly in 1936, of course. Tough luck, it's a good answer. There's only 3 pointless answers. They're all Irish Prime Ministers. So before we look at those, I'll tell you the best answers you could have had in the various categories. The best answers for French presidents, Georges Pompidou and Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, both would have scored you 2 points. Would have been very good answers. The best American president would have been Reagan, who would have scored you 11 points.
Wow.
George Bush Sr. would have done slightly better than George Bush Jr. He would have scored you 19. And the best king would have been Edward VII. Edward VII would have scored 13 points, still wouldn't have seen you through. And the best prime minister is joints, Margaret Thatcher and John Major, both on 30. 30 points for both of those. Let's take a look at the 3 pointless answers, though, all, as I say, Irish prime ministers. Albert Reynolds, Brian Cowen and John Bruton. Enda Kenny is the only other Irish president, and he would have scored 1 point.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who'll be leaving us with a high score of 61. I'm sorry to say it's Sean and Becky. Dear, oh dear.
Oh dear.
It was round 2 last time.
Yeah.
And round 1 this
it's not
time.
good.
OK, well, there we are, Sean and Becky, and I'm afraid this is the end of the road. We say goodbye. This time, it really is goodbye.
Yeah.
But it's been great having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Sean and Becky.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so our 4 pairs become 3 pairs. And obviously at the end of this round, our 3 pairs become 2. Well, that was a very instructive first round there. Very good. Abby and Andy. Andy, you managed to rein yourself in there. So what was the answer you were going to give?
I thought, I'll go the Irish route, Mary McAleese. Because she's president, not prime minister.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was about 30 seconds away from giving the wrong answer. And then
I
Abby really would have killed me on the train back home.
Yeah, well, Tom and Dave, our newcomers, very much are the outstanding performers in that last round.
I was actually quite close to saying Mary McAleese as well, so I thought Bertie Ahern was risky
You get
enough.
200 points for that.
Yeah.
No, very, very good indeed. And the Tonys, as ever, very solid. Very solid progress.
Hand on heart, I was nowhere near saying Mary McAleese.
OK, our category for round 2 is albums. OK, can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And the question concerns UK #1 albums with one-word titles. UK #1 albums with one-word titles. Richard.
OK, across the 2 passes, we're going to show you 12 albums, all with one word, and we'll give you the year in which they first hit #1. You just have to tell us who released those albums, please. Give us a nice obscure answer. You'll score fewer points. An incorrect answer, though, is 100 points. It's going to be 12 acts to guess at home. Very best of luck.
OK, thanks, Richard. So we are looking for the artists or groups who released these UK #1 albums, and we have got Arrival, 1977, Stupidity, 1976, Rude Box, 2006, Thriller, 1983, Graceland, 1986, and Love Sexy, 1988. I'll read those one last time. Arrival, 1977, Stupidity, 1976, Rude Box, 2006, Thriller, 1983, Graceland, 1986, and Love Sexy, 1988. There we are, 6 albums that reached #1 in the UK album charts. You have to give us the name of the artist or group that recorded them. And obviously, Tony Jr., you are going to try and find the most obscure one you can, the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Now, Tony, is this good for you?
It's not bad. couple of obvious ones in there. I quite like Rude Box, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go Graceland, Paul Simon.
Graceland, Paul Simon, says Tony Jr. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. Paul Simon. 28. 28, not bad at all.
Yes, sold over 14 million copies worldwide, that album. You Can Call Me Al was a big single off it, which had Chevy Chase lip-syncing all the songs. A whole generation, us included, who thought Chevy Chase was Paul Simon.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you not listen to Simon and Garfunkel when you were little? Did you not know who he was from that? Really?
Yeah. You know what? You know I'm not posh, don't you? You know I didn't grow up...
Do you have to be posh to listen to Simon and Garfunkel?
What, when you're little? Yeah.
I didn't know that was an us and them thing.
Yeah, it most definitely
Really?
is. Yeah.
Wow, God, how shaming.
Didn't listen to Chopin either, which I know was big in your house.
Get out of town. Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously? What, Pletnev? Didn't listen to that?
Didn't listen.
Really?
I thought he was French till I was 20.
You're joking.
I'm not even.
Anyway, there we are. Now then, Andy. So remember, we are looking for the artists or groups who had hits with these albums.
I'm still trying to get around the idea of Richard ever being little, actually.
Yeah.
You're right, I should have said young. I should have said young.
Right, I think I'm all right. I had this on cassette. Arrival, I think, was my ABBA.
ABBA, Andy says, for Arrival. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Absolutely right. Oh, it's a good one. Look at that, 12. Very well done, Andy.
That got to #1 in January 1977.
Very good indeed. Dave.
I know one of them for definite. Stupidity, I'd be guessing. Love Sexy, I've got a couple of ideas, but I'd probably be guessing...
If you want, you can tell us what those ideas are. We won't hold you to them.
Probably not very accurate.
That's OK.
Well, Thriller will be Michael Jackson. Love Sexy could be anything from, I don't know, Madonna, Bananarama. So I think I'm going to have to gamble a little bit and I'll go Rude Box, Oasis.
Rude Box, Oasis. OK, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said Rude Box was Oasis. No, bad luck, Dave. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you the maximum of 100 points. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Richard.
Sorry, Dave. I think Tony Jr. attempted to go for that.
I was going to go for that, and I thought it might have been Robbie Williams, which was the album that flopped for him, but I wasn't 100%.
It is Robbie Williams. Absolutely right. Would have scored 16 points. Would have been a good answer for both of you there. Let's go through the rest. You're right about Thriller. It's Michael Jackson, but wouldn't have done much better than 180 points. That would have got you. Love Sexy is one of your favourites. Prince. Absolutely right. 7 points. Now, the killer answer on this board is Stupidity. And this was an album that was #1 just a few months before ABBA Arrival, actually. Dr. Feelgood, 1 point for that. So very well done if you got that.
Thanks very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. 12. Very much the best score of the pass. Andy, very well done. Andy and Abby, therefore, looking particularly strong for the head-to-head. As I would say at this stage, are the Tonys on 28, and then up to 100, I'm afraid. Dave and Tom, bad luck. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more one-word albums on the board. And here they are. We have got Zooropa, 1993, Stars, 1991, Paranoid, 1970, Caribou, 1974, Rumours, 1978, and Natural, 1996. I'll read those one last time. Zooropa, 1993, Stars, 1991, Paranoid, 1970, Caribou, 1974, Rumours, 1978, and Natural, 1996. Now, remember, we're looking for the artist or group who released these albums. And obviously, Tom, you need to find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people would know.
I haven't got a clue about one of them. Literally, whatever I do is... Not literally, sorry, figuratively. Whatever I do is a shot in the dark. So, I'll go for Zooropa by Europa.
OK, Tom says Zooropa by Europa. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. Bad luck, Tom, but a good try. I'm sorry to say, though, that's an incorrect answer. Scores you the maximum of 100 points, which takes your total up to 200. You're in the 200 club.
It's not bad.
Richard.
Yeah, sorry, Tom, good guess, though. That's usually how bands name their albums. Just put a Z in front of the names, don't they?
Yeah.
Like Zoasis by Oasis would be another example.
Well, Zabba, obviously. Yeah.
Zabba by ABBA, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Abby. Good news, you're in the head-to-head. Yes. However, Andy did very well. Nice low score of 12 in the first pass. Let's see if you can do a nice low score correspondingly as we come back down the line.
Well, I know rumours, but it's stuck in the back of my head amongst all this other stuff and it's not coming out. I'm going to say Stars, Simply Red.
Simply Red. Simply Red. Your father's doing a little dance.
I'm sure I've seen it in the drawer there at home.
OK, there we are. Simply Red, says Abby. No red line for you because you're already through. So let's see. Stars, Simply Red. Is it right? How many people said it? $21. Not bad at all. 33 is your total.
The 13th biggest selling album of all time in the UK, Stars, up to May 2012. Yep, there it is.
Now then, Tony Senior, again, good news. You're in the head-to-head.
OK, Zooropa, I thought Tom was right. I hadn't a clue. That was an excellent guess. I've got no idea. I know Paranoid is Black Sabbath. Something tells me Caribou. I keep thinking of Elton John, but I think he might have done a song called Caribou. Rumours is Fleetwood Mac. Natural, I'm not sure. I've got nothing to lose. I'll go Caribou, Elton John.
Caribou, Elton John, says Tony Senior. Let's see if that's right. No red line for you. You're through already.
Yeah.
It's absolutely right. Oh, it's a great answer, Tony. The best answer of the whole round there. Caribou, Elton John takes your total up to 32.
Well played, Tony Senior. #1 in the UK and recorded at Caribou Ranch in Colorado. You've taken us nicely through a couple of the other answers as well. Rumours is Fleetwood Mac. 31 points for that one. Paranoid is Black Sabbath. 13. Now, Zooropa, not by Europa. I thought you were going to get it, actually, when you started saying it. It's by U2. 15 points. Now, the best answer on that board, I say the best answer, it's the worst answer, really. Normally say very well done if you got a pointless answer at home, but shame on you if you got this pointless answer at home. It's Peter Andre. Peter Andre.
Worryingly, I just got that answer before you revealed it, and I realised I've got that one at home.
Have you? I know, but you said Simply Red, so there's no hope for you.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Tom and Dave. Now, Tom and Dave, I thought you were going to be all over this round. I thought you'd be brilliant.
Need to sort up on our albums, I think.
Yes. The great news is we'll see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Tom and Dave, great players, brilliant. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Abby and Andy. Tony Senior, Tony Junior, you are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. OK, you're now going to go head-to-head. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for the jackpot. The great news is you are now allowed to confer. Well, it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns natural sights of the UK. Natural sights of the UK. Richard.
Here, we're going to show you 5 pictures of naturally occurring tourist attractions in the UK here. Can you identify the most obscure?
OK, let's reveal our pictures of tourist attractions, and here they are. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There they are. 5 naturally occurring sites across the UK. Abby and Andy, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first. What do you think, I wonder?
No, I'm not going to guess. Okay. Good for me.
Yeah, go for it.
OK.
We're going to go for A. I'm going to say it's the Needles.
A, the Needles. OK, Tony's. Talk us through all the answers, if you
Yeah,
like.
that was the one we were going to go for. C is obvious, it's the White Cliffs of Dover. I haven't got a clue on B or D. E may be the Giant's Causeway, but I've never been there. Yeah, we'll try plump E for Giant's Causeway.
OK, you're going to say E, Giant's Causeway. So we have the Needles and we have the Giant's Causeway. Abby and Andy said the Needles. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said the Needles. Absolutely right. 29. And the Tonys have said that E is Giant's Causeway. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Giant's Causeway for E. There we are, an incorrect answer, which means after one question, Abby and Andy, you are up 1-0. Richard.
Yes, tough luck, Tony and Tony. It's actually Fingal's Cave on the Hebridean island of Staffa. 12 points that would have scored you. Would have been a terrific answer. Would have beaten the Needles. B, do you know B? It's in Dorset. It's Durdle Door. 6 points that would have scored you. C is the White Cliffs of Dover, but you had to avoid it, really. It's a big scorer. 79 points. And D, do you know D? You'd have heard of it. It's the Old Man of Hoy. 21 points that would have scored you. Very well done if you got all 5 of those at home. Very impressive.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Here comes your second question. The Tonys, we need you to win this question to stay in the game. Best of luck. Our second question concerns African countries. African countries, Richard.
Yeah, we're going to give you the names of 5 African countries, but we're only giving them to you in initial form. Can you tell us the most obscure of these countries, please?
OK, so let's reveal our 5 African countries in initial form, and here they are. We have got SA, EG, STAP, SL, and BF. I'll read them one last time. SA, EG, STAP, SL, and BF. And the Tonys go first this time.
It's going to be so obvious, isn't it? Sri Lanka. EG, Egypt. Go on then, try it.
We go for EG, Egypt.
You're going to say Egypt for EG. Abby and Andy, you can talk us through the board if you like.
Well, top one, South Africa. I don't think the next one is Egypt, but I don't know what it is. STAP, no idea. The next one's Sierra Leone, but we'll go for the bottom one, which is Burkina Faso.
So, the Tonys have gone for Egypt, and Abby and Andy, Burkina Faso. In the order they were given, the Tonys said Egypt. Is that right? How many people said it? Egypt, I'm afraid, an incorrect answer, which means, Abby and Andy, you only have to be right. And if you are, you go straight through to the final 2-0. Burkina Faso, is it right? How many people said it? It's right. Very well done. Oh, good answer. 13 for Burkina Faso. Okay. Which means, after only 2 questions, Abby and Andy are through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, good answer, Burkina Faso. In Western Africa, it used to be called Upper Volta when we were kids. Let's go through the rest of the board. Well, EG, it's not Egypt, it's Equatorial Guinea. Would have scored 9 points. SA was South Africa. You're absolutely right about that. But it would have scored you 76. Absolutely right about SL as well. That was Sierra Leone, and that would have scored you 38 points. And STAP is the best answer on the board. 4 points. Another old pointless favourite, Sao Tome and Principe. 4 points.
OK, thanks very much indeed, Richard. So, our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, it's Tony Senior, Tony Junior. You've played so well, right through to the head-to-head in each game you've played. Yeah. And I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. It's been great having you on the show. Thanks so much for playing. Tony and Tony. But for Abby and Andy, it's now time for our pointless final. Well, congratulations, Abby and Andy. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy.
Living the dream.
You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,000. There it is. So, well, it was round one last time. This time, straight through to the final. How are you feeling?
A lot better.
Yeah. We went away, had a word with ourselves, and come back focused now.
She had a word with me.
Yeah. Gave you a bit of a lecture.
Yeah.
Well, the rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. We haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. You only have to find one now, and you will go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 5 options. They are football managers, country music, film actors, chemistry, best-selling authors.
Well, I think it's got to be film actors,
Film
Ellie.
actors,
Yeah,
I would say,
yeah.
or-
You go for it. I mean, I could do chemistry, but you couldn't. I
Yeah.
don't think. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's got to be film actors.
Yeah.
OK, film actors.
Yeah.
Let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Roger Moore films as they could. Roger Moore films. Richard.
We're looking for any feature film made for cinema release for which Roger Moore has received an acting credit prior to the beginning of 2012, please. No short films, TV films or documentaries, but voice performances do count. Very, very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £1,000 jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Well, there's obviously all the Bond films.
The Saint? Was that just
No,
TV?
no, it's just TV. Just TV. He was
Didn't he go away from being James Bond, do a film, come back and do more James Bond?
no, that was Sean Connery. He did one where he was some sort of terrorist that took over, but I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. Oh dear.
We're going to have to go James Bond then.
Well, yeah.
What's the most obscure James Bond with him in?
Octopussy, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well, that one.
There's the one that's on the spaceship.
Moonraker. Yeah, no, but let's get away from James Bond. Let's think of one that isn't. God. Ooh. No, I can't think of the titles of them.
I only know Roger Moore. Oh, I know Cannonball Run.
Oh, brilliant!
Yes,
Brilliant.
he's in Cannonball Run.
Yes.
I don't know whether
10
it's in
seconds
Cannonball
left.
Run 2, but you could say that one.
Oh well, yeah. Let's do that,
So
and
it's
let's
the
do
second
Octopussy.
Okay.
Those are 3, I think.
Right.
Yeah. we're just
OK.
about done.
Are you happy with those 3?
Well, as happy as we ever will.
A flash of inspiration there from you, Abby.
Yes.
So we were looking for Roger Moore films. I now need your 3 answers. What are they going to be?
So, Octopussy,
Octopussy,
Cannonball Run,
Cannonball Run,
Cannonball Run 2,
and Cannonball
Unreliably
Run
Informed.
2. Of those 3, which think's your best shot at a pointless answer?
Probably Cannonball Run, because I don't know if he was in the second one.
Oh.
OK, Cannonball Run we'll put last,
I just know the
and Octopussy we'll put first. OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Octopussy, Cannonball Run 2, and The Cannonball Run. There we are. We were looking for Roger Moore films. Your first answer, Octopussy, was your least confident shot at a pointless answer. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that £1,000 jackpot. So let's see. Octopussy, is it right? How many people said it, Octopussy? Absolutely right. It's your first shot at that jackpot of £1,000, going down into the 50s, into the 40s. If this goes all the way down to 0, obviously you leave with £1,000, 22. So 22, unfortunately not a pointless answer. You only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. Your next answer was Cannonball Run 2. Now let's say this is pointless, Abby. What would you do with that £1,000 jackpot?
maybe a spending spree, or I did think a holiday, but I think shopping's a better idea.
Andy?
Oh, I'm going to put it in the bank and live off the interest.
Very good. Okay, well, can't argue with that. There we are. This has to be pointless for you to win that massive jackpot. Let's see how many people said Cannonball Run 2. Is it right? No! Bad luck. OK, you only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything is now riding on the Cannonball Run. We are looking for Roger Moore films. This is your third answer, your most confident shot at a pointless answer. Has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. OK, let's find out. Cannonball Run. Is it pointless? OK, well, it's right. Octopussy took us down to 22. Cannonball Run 2 turned out to be incorrect, but the Cannonball Run is absolutely on the money. Down it goes into single figures, still going down, still going down. Oh! 2!
Very close. Oh, Mike. I'm glad it wasn't mine wrong.
Well, it's a very good effort, but unfortunately, I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, but you do still get to take home a pointless trophy, so there you are.
That's what we want.
Tough luck, guys. You played very well throughout. In fact, as soon as you took your glasses off is when you stopped scoring quite so well.
That's it.
A lot of the Bond films are big scorers. Actually, there's only one low scorer among the Bond films. 6 points for Your Eyes Only. That's the lowest of his Bond films. Let's take a look at the pointless answers, though. Well done. At home, if you've got any of these, Bullseye, the Michael Winner comedy from 1990 would have been a pointless answer. He plays Tab Lazenby in Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Glore. That's a voice performance. Crossplot from 1969 would have been a pointless answer. North Sea Hijack plays a character. Really, you've seen that? With Anthony Perkins as well. He plays Rufus Excalibur Fox in that film. Spice World plays a Bond-style baddie in that, stroking a piglet. That Lucky Touch, that's a 1975 rom-com with Susanna York. The Miracle, one of his very early films from 1959. The Naked Face there, and The Quest, which he stars in, as far as I'm aware, is the only film he stars in with Jean-Claude Van Damme. The Quest, so very well done if you said that at home. There's another couple of films you could have had. Boat Trip with Cuba Gooding Jr. would have been a pointless answer. Curse of the Pink Panther would have been a pointless answer, as would The Sea Wolves.
You knew a couple of those?
Well, I didn't know North Sea Hijack. I described it, but I didn't know it.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Abby and Andy, but it's been wonderful having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Great contestants. Well, Abby and Andy didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.